The signature kipper down below.
For the record, the Oybrook court literally threw this out.
Yes, what I meant by partial is I didn't talk about what happened to me. I didn't get into my injuries. I didn't get into what happened or ask for anything other than should I get some sort of scan done.
But this record doesn't document any physical injuries on you, does it?
I'd have to read it in full, but I don't know.
Well, let's do that. We could please go, well, under skin on the second page. It reads intact, normal color, moisture, hair distribution, texture, turgor, no signs of, oh, this is going to be hard, cyanosis, mottling, jaundice.
It also says I'm a well-nourished male.
Right. I have no idea what that means.
I think this medical record's missing a lot of things.
Yeah, but it doesn't document any physical injuries.
It doesn't seem to be documenting anything.
Probably because there was nothing to document, right, Ms. Heard?
I disagree with you on that.
Okay, this is good. Amber Heard is looking pretty fucking aggro
here. You don't have any
here.
medical records reflecting that you broke your nose during your relationship with Mr. Depp,
Amber Heard's starting to get snarky, and that will make the jury feel as though she is not innocent. That she is...
And you saw an ENT, it's your testimony under oath that you saw an ENT for broken noses. That you
even though her
Mr.
counter
Depp?
here was
the
like
ENT told me I
tense.
sustained
Objection.
multiple fractures.
No, I'm going to move to strike.
I'll sustain the objection. I'll move it to strike. Okay.
Thank you. So again, just to try my question, there's no medical records
Trials are
reflecting
20% facts, 80% vibes. Dude,
Dude,
this is a he said, she said trial. Of course, it's all vibes.
I don't know what made it in evidence, but I do know that I documented that visit and that
This is a pure vibe
everything
check.
was given to my attorneys.
A pure vibe check
Ms. Heard,
trial.
you never went to see any doctor or surgeon to treat a broken nose during your relationship with Mr. Depp. Yes or no?
I never sought treatment for a broken nose while I was with Johnny.
Or after you were with Mr. Depp, as a result of any injuries you sustained as a result of Mr. Depp?
Afterwards, yes, I did.
And you didn't produce those medical records in this case?
I would object, Your Honor. She did.
I did.
I don't know. All right.
They have not been produced, Your Honor.
They've not only
All right,
been
if you would
produced.
come and approach.
Objection, Your Honor. Multiple slurp juices can be used on the same ape to create three apes, three different crypto apes. And Amber Heard still doesn't get it. Your Honor. Multiple slurp juices can be used. Sustained. Your Honor, she's giving off bad vibes. Dude, this is literally all a vibe check, okay? This is a vibe check to the max. In a situation, in a civil case where there is a he said, she said circumstance, like it's all vibes. It's all vibes. All of it.
You don't have any medical records reflecting that you required any dental work during your relationship with Mr. Depp, do you?
I don't know. I don't recall.
You don't recall one way or another seeking dental care for any injuries you allegedly sustained?
You asked me about if I had produced records or if I had records. That's a different question.
Did you ever see a dentist or an oral surgeon as a result of any injuries you sustained with Mr. Depp?
Not about any injury I had from Johnny, no.
And you don't have any medical records reflecting that you required any reconstructive work during your relationship with Mr. Depp, do you?
I never required reconstructive work, so there would be no records.
What you do have, Ms. Heard, are pictures of Mr. Depp sleeping, though, right? The jury saw a lot of those.
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Heard, let's take a look at Defendant's Exhibit 1090, which is already in evidence. You took this photograph, right, Ms. Heard?
That's correct.
And you testified that this was taken in Tokyo in July of 2013, correct?
Yes.
So you decided to take a picture of Mr. Depp asleep on the floor?
He was passed out.
That's a
And
yes.
I took a picture of him because he wouldn't remember. He claimed he didn't pass out that way. And sometimes security would carry him like a baby into bed, get him changed, and he would be none the wiser. So I started taking pictures of it so that he knew that it was real, that it had gotten this bad.
Let's take a look at Defendant's Exhibit 1091, which is already in evidence. You took this picture as well.
Yes.
And this is the picture that was taken in the Bahamas, right?
It's one of them, yes.
And this is a picture of Mr. Depp taking a nap on his tropical island.
I can't tell if it's like...
I believe he was on the nod, but as he would say.
Sleeping on the nod on his island.
They're very different, in my opinion. And
Okay.
yes, he is
the
on the
vibe check the
island.
document saying male malnourished
On
is an L
vacation.
for the attorney. It brings the validity of the document
we
and
were
or
on
competence
vacation,
of the
yes.
doctor in question. I agree.
Let's also take a look at Defendant's Exhibit 1092, which is also in evidence. You also took this picture, right, Ms. Heard?
That's correct. I did.
And this is another picture of Mr. Depp asleep in a chair.
No, he was nodding off. Sleep is different. When you're nodding off, you're high on drugs. Didn't even feel the cigarette in his hand that had, been burning on his leg.
Bro, what the
It was
fuck?
cause
Why
for
is she
alarm.
documenting him in his weakest moments nonstop? That's creepy as fuck, dude. That is not a lover, okay?
Under oath that
Also, that hair
he's
is
holding
not
a
it.
cigarette in this picture.
He had been.
Yo, Johnny Depp off the perk?
You seem to really like taking pictures of Mr. Depp while he's sleeping, don't you?
I hated it. I hated it.
Oh,
Let's look at Defendant's
Oh, she
Exhibit
hated it. Oh,
1094,
shit.
which is also in evidence.
it doesn't seem like she hated it. She explained it to prove to him how bad it got because his
You
staff
took
carried
this
him to
picture
bed
of
like a
Mr. Depp
baby.
as well, didn't you?
I did.
You decided to take a picture of Mr. Depp
Bro.
asleep with ice cream.
Doing it once or twice is one thing. Doing it regularly and having these sorts of fucking photos
I was worried
is
about
to
how
literally
bad the medications
personally
and the medication
fucking make the
change
situation
and
worse.
drugs
It's
had
like
gotten.
fat shaming your partner that's like gained weight, okay? Constantly taking like naked photos of them without their consent. It like you showing them their fucking fat rolls and being like, "Yo, look at you, you're fucking fat." It's degrading. It's humiliating. And not a single person who has like a remote fraction of fucking sanity would turn around and literally be like, "Yeah, that's actually pretty good. That's like a pretty adequate way of helping someone." No, it's abusive as fuck, dude. Are you crazy? Wait, I don't get that comparison. What do you mean you don't get that comparison? It's to say you don't even realize how blackout you got for the inevitable arguments where the alcoholic denies they're out of control. No, I understand that. One or two is one thing. Having it and taking it routinely is abusive and most likely to just reinforce her fucking arguments and her
Please pull up
positions.
Defendant's Exhibit 252.
You're not going to be able to fucking guilt this person into. You're not going to be able to guilt this
We'll only
person
be
into
looking
like
at the portion of
you
this
know,
document.
getting out of
So if we
addiction.
could please call it Defendant's Exhibit
That's not how that works.
252A.
252A.
And for ease, we've gone ahead and redacted it.
Obesity doesn't give you memory loss.
Yes, I was
Oh,
asking
dude,
for
what are you
support.
talking about? It's
That's
still
correct.
like if you're
There's no
considering it to
question
be
yet,
like
Ms.
an
Hood.
addiction,
So
an unhealthy
directing your
addiction that's like
attention,
causing
I'm gonna
you.
move to admit,
You're literally further pushing them
Exhibit
towards that addiction.
252A.
Okay.
Any objection? Any objection, Ms. Brito? Could you turn on?
Guilt
could
him
you turn
into
your microphone
sobriety,
again?
bro. It's the fourth step in AA.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. As
I
a
need to
partner,
see it
especially
first, 'cause I don't
as a
know what
loved
they would
one, as
get.
the closest person you have on the fucking
Redacted
planet.
the-
What you're supposed to do is guilt your addicted partner all the time, nonstop. Take photos of them and like fucking belittle them, berate them.
Consistent with hearsay.
Totally, it's a proven 100% method. Guilt is a really good way. Taking photos of pictures makes sense if you're trying to combat someone who's constantly gaslighting you, saying it's not happening. Yeah.
You remember
Yeah, you feel this way if you don't consider him to be a fucking actual, a victim in the situation. Johnny Depp not only was, in my opinion, a victim of domestic violence, but also was a victim of addiction. Okay, he is a fucking addict. That is a lifelong struggle, and it's a very difficult thing to combat. It never goes away. You have to work on it for the rest of your life. And having a bad domestic partnership will 1,000% cause you to relapse and make it virtually impossible to ever get better. Okay. Now, it's also a really difficult thing to deal with, especially if you have a partner who is an addict. Obviously, like, that is a never-ending, ongoing struggle and a mountain of burden that you have to shoulder as well. But what Amber Heard did in that circumstance was just not shoulder that burden and instead seemingly, make things worse, demonstrably. Now, if only there was a person that wanted to get out of said relationship, noticing that it was fucking toxic, and and tried to both physically leave and also, leave in every way, right? Physically leave, emotionally end the relationship. If only there was a person that did that. Oh, wait, there was. His name is Johnny Depp, and she refused to allow that to happen. So, not only did she refuse to allow that to happen, even after the fucking, the court-approved temporary restraining order was pushed, she personally linked up with Johnny Depp at a hotel. So, like, very clearly, despite what she was doing on the one hand, she still was trying to maintain contact with Johnny Depp regularly. And if you listen to the conversations, the phone conversations that took place, or rather the phone recorded conversations that took place in that California hotel after the temporary restraining order was pushed, you see that, like, she is the one who is initiating contact, trying to still make things right with Johnny, where Johnny Depp is personally trying to get out of that situation. He's like, you fucked me over, you've ruined me, you ruined my life. I don't want to, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. How can you say that you love me? So, you can say Johnny Depp was a gaslighter, Johnny Depp was a gaslighter, Johnny Depp was a gaslighter over and over and over again. But, like, after a certain point, you got to realize, like, maybe he's not the fucking gaslighter in this situation, and maybe he was being gaslit. Hold on. Oh.
Sir, does this refresh your recollection that you did, in fact, send this picture to your friend, Rocky Pennington?
Yes, I did.
And you sent it to her on August 7th, 2014 at 11:24 p.m., correct?
That is correct.
So you sent Miss Pennington this picture of Mr. Depp with ice cream spilled on him, right?
That is correct.
Ooh,
and
they're
you
going to
wrote,
make her look
quote,
like a fucking
"This is what
villain
I've been
in this
dealing
situation.
with," end quote.
Like he's
Did I
making
read
fun
that
of
right?
Johnny Depp's addictions,
You did
which he
read that
probably
right.
was.
That's correct.
And this is you protecting Mr. Depp.
That is me getting support from my best friend.
This is you supporting Mr. Depp.
This is me getting support from my best friend. I also need support.
You weren't afraid the monster would get upset that you took this picture?
This was Opiate Johnny. This is a different version of him. This is Opiate on the Nod Johnny.
And you weren't afraid that Opiate Johnny, or the monster as you called him, would get upset that you sent
What does that
this
even mean? Does that mean that you can make fun of him then? What the fuck?
Of course he could get upset. Of course that's scary to me, of course.
Did it
But
stop you
Hey,
from sending
where's
this
that
picture to
chatter
your friend,
now?
did it?
Where the fuck's that chatter now, dude? Hey, what's up? Mango JPEG? Do you think this was to fucking prove to Johnny Depp that he was fucked up? Or do you think she was just, like, literally documenting this stuff, probably making fun of him, belittling him, and also sending it to his fucking friends?
You also showed this jury
Johnny Depp off the
pictures
perk.
of cocaine. Do you recall that?
yes, that's correct.
Let's please take a look at one of those. If we could please pull up Defendant's Exhibit 167A, which is already in evidence. Directing your
Amber Heard is
attention
extremely unlikable, but the way the internet is
to
treating her when she did experience abuse is fucked instead of both being
photograph.
condemned. Her abusers
This is
being
a
praised by
photograph you
basically
took
everyone.
in
I think the
March of
reason, part of the
2013,
reason
right?
for why that's happening though is because, like, she did say that she was a survivor of domestic violence, domestic abuse at the hands of Johnny Depp, and, like, fucking made it seem as though it was a completely one-sided abusive relationship, and so many in the media roundly agreed with her, and still I think a lot of people in the media agree with her and don't see Johnny Depp in any way, shape, or form as a victim at all.
To snort these lines.
That doesn't justify the way that people are treating Amber Heard. I think that people are being fucking insane, as I've talked about.
In this picture, I see 4 lines.
Mostly because of celebrity culture and the surrounding mania around it.
Not
but
that I can tell, no.
Doesn't really look like anyone's been doing cocaine off that table, does it?
With all due respect, I'm not sure you know how that works.
I'm asking if you do. You've testified you've done cocaine.
I have.
Doesn't really look like Mr. Depp or anyone was doing cocaine off that table, does it?
I beg to differ with you on that. When you snort cocaine, typically it goes into your nose.
Okay, this looks.
Doesn't
This
stay
makes
on
her
the
look.
table.
This makes the lawyer
There's
look
residue
crazy
from
a
that
little bit.
cocaine when your lips and nose touch the table, right?
Well, the tampon applicator next to the driver's license
lawyer.
that you see is a device that I believe my sister had taught him to use.
Bro, this is
in
a
order
dead
to
to rights cocaine table. What the fuck's she
cocaine.
saying right now? Is she just being like a dork? What's the motivation from the lawyer here? That's like,
Depp
this is
is
the
a pretty
most
heavy
cocaine
smoker,
table I've ever
right?
seen.
He is.
And that's a cigarette in the ashtray in the back.
There's fucking
there?
lines right there. And a tampon
back right?
applicator that he's
Yes,
using.
it looks like one of his hand rolls.
There's no other cigarettes in that ashtray, are there?
I see 1 cigarette.
The one that's not smoked.
That's correct.
There's no ash in that ashtray either, is there?
Oh,
not
she's
that I
saying
can
she set
tell
this
in
up
this
to make
picture.
it seem like
pretty
Johnny Depp
clean.
was doing coke or something?
In this picture, it looks like it, yes.
It's a pretty neat table. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, shit. She's saying false
Depends on what you
flag.
call neat, I
She's
suppose.
saying it's a
And
setup.
you sent this picture to your friend Rocky Pennington as well, didn't you?
I sure did.
It does look staged.
And when you
Oh
sent
my
it, you
god,
said,
it does look
quote,
staged
"Look at
as
my
fuck.
morning."
It's like he's got his
Something like
fucking
that.
ID right there.
Yay for mornings.
So you have a habit of sending staged photographs to your friend Rocky, don't you?
The beer is
had
not
a
even
habit of
drank. The
communicating
only thing
with
that's
my
been
best
drank is
friend about
Amber
what was
Heard's
going on in my life.
weird juice that she drinks on stage too, I think.
You don't
or
have any
whatever that
pictures
is.
of Mr. Depp actually consuming cocaine, do you?
I don't think I have a picture of him mid-snort. No.
You don't even have any pictures of Mr. Depp with cocaine.
What do you mean by that?
Holding cocaine, standing next to cocaine, sitting next to cocaine.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you haven't shown any of those pictures like that to the jury, have you?
I don't know. No, I haven't.
I thought, dude, she's on the back foot, dude. She got
And you were never
confident.
able to catch
We
Mr.
thought the
Depp
lawyer was
with
being a
cocaine
dork.
on
Turns
film
out,
either. Were you?
I never tried.
she was debate lording her
But you
into
were
a
able to catch
trap,
him sleeping,
dude.
right?
I have seen him pass out in all sorts of places, yes.
And you also captured a video of Mr. Depp in the kitchen that was played again for this jury today, beating up some cabinets. Do you recall that?
Ooh, oh, this is gonna be fucked
Sorry,
up.
say that again?
You recall capturing Mr. Depp in the kitchen of one of his
That
homes?
one was crazy. She's
beating
gonna
up
say,
some
"Why were you
cabinets?"
smiling and laughing at the
Yes.
end of it?"
Slamming things around, yes.
So you took that video of Mr. Depp in the kitchen, right?
I did.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. This is one
you
instance
took
where
it
the
on one of
debate
your
pervert
iPad
is actually
devices?
doing
I took it
a
on my
decent
iPad.
job being a debate pervert. Debate pervertry.
You were deposed in August of 2016 in connection with your divorce proceedings from Mr. Depp, right?
That is correct.
And you will recall that the video of Mr. Depp in the kitchen was released online the day before your deposition in August of 2016, don't you?
That's correct.
You're the one who released that video.
Incorrect.
Isn't that true?
That's incorrect. I flew in from another place at the time. I remember learning about it when I landed.
So it's just a coincidence that the video you took of Mr. Depp was released the day before you were deposed in connection with your divorce from Mr. Depp.
I absolutely had nothing to do with that. I wouldn't even know how to do something like that.
This is way more on point to compare to the Johnny Heard's cross-examination.
You settled your divorce from Mr. Depp in August of 2016, right?
They are straight to the point. You are correct.
That sounds right.
And in connection with that settlement, you received $7 million from Mr. Depp, true?
That's correct.
And then
6.8 exactly.
your settlement amount was $7 million.
That's correct.
And then you released a statement in which you claimed you would be donating the entire $7 million to
Oh
charity,
shit! She's
right?
gonna hit her with
That's
the.
correct.
You stated you would be donating half of the $7 million to the ACLU
That's correct.
This
You
was
would be donating the other half to Children's Hospital of Los Angeles.
That is correct.
Children's
You also
Hospital of Los
stated,
Angeles
with
had a hard
respect to
time
the
getting
$7
it.
million divorce settlement, that money played no role except for the extent that you could donate the money to charity.
Yes, that's correct.
If we could please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 1259.
This is a character. She's basically thoroughly dismantling her character that she has established by saying she's
This
a
is an article
tendency to lie.
entitled Amber Heard Donates Johnny Depp Divorce Settlement to Charity. Read her statement in full. Is that correct?
That's what the title says, yes.
Directing your attention to the portion on the second page where it says, quote, read the statement below. Is that the statement you released, Ms. Heard?
That is correct.
Your Honor, I move to admit the statement and the article as redacted.
Objection, hearsay.
She was dismantled
It's her
even in direct
statement.
with nonstop objection, speculation sustained
This is
too.
not her statement. This is
She just testified, Your Honor, that it's her
You
statement.
can always attack someone's propensity to tell the truth
Yeah, I
or
see
lie.
the
One
full,
area of character evidence U.S.
Everything else
systems
is
allows.
redacted.
Okay, then I have no objection.
All right, 1259 in evidence as redacted.
The statement reads, as described in the restraining order and divorce settlement, money played no role for me personally and never has, except to the extent that I could donate it to charity, and in doing so, hopefully help those less able to defend themselves. As reported in the media, the amount received in the divorce
can't
was
respond
$7
to
million, and $7 million is being donated. This is over and above any funds that I have given away in the past and will continue to give away in the future. Did I read that correctly?
That is correct. I don't remember that last line, but I have no, it doesn't stand out to me as wrong.
There's nothing inaccurate in the statement.
Not that I recognize, no.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Depp donated $100,000 of the divorce settlement directly to the ACLU. Is that right?
Right at the beginning of the divorce settlement, he donated $100,000 to each charity on my behalf or towards my contribution.
So $100,000
To each.
to the ACLU.
And to the Children's Hospital.
And in response, you publicly demanded that Mr. Depp pay the divorce settlement directly to you instead of the charities, right?
That was always the agreement, actually, is for him to pay me directly. It was not his money as per the settlement agreement to give away and reap a tax benefit from. I said if he wants to do it and give to charity all of a sudden, then he should pay the correct amount and not try to get a big tax break for it. So effectively for his tax bracket, he should be paying double that amount to the charity directly. And if he wanted to pay the charity directly, he could. He could do that, was fine with me, but he would need to pay the adjusted amount.
Ultimately, the rest of the $7 million divorce settlement was paid directly to you, right?
Over time, yes.
And Mr. Depp didn't end up paying the rest of the $7 million divorce settlement directly to the charities you identified.
That is correct. He paid the installments to me.
You stopped that from happening, didn't you?
I don't understand what your question is. I'm sorry.
You stopped Mr. Depp from paying the charities that you had named directly.
That is incorrect. I said if you want to pay the charities directly, pay the adjusted amount, or pay as per our agreement in the settlement or in the divorce, as per our agreement.
You
She's trying to
also
turn
chose
it
to do
into.
the
She's trying to
former,
turn it into like,
not the
oh,
latter.
I did it for the
I mean, the
taxes
other way
reason.
around.
You also publicly stated that the $7 million divorce settlement should be paid to the charities immediately in full, right?
If he wanted to pay it in the way that he was suggesting, yes.
And you said publicly that the payments to the charities should not be drawn out over many years, right?
I said that.
Oh, shit.
I don't recall the.
But then
exact
now
words
she's
that
going to
I
be like,
used,
well,
but
why did
basically
you
that
draw it
he
out? And
shouldn't
is now
use this as
publicly.
a novel interest in getting a tax break. That if he wanted to do that and not pay me the settlement, that was fine. But he would have to pay the adjusted amount and not make it, a commitment he would not fulfill or try to avoid in some other way.
And that's because you wanted the entire world to think that you were donating every penny of the $7 million divorce settlement as soon as you received it from Mr. Depp. Isn't that right?
No, I was going to be receiving it in installments, and I would be paying in installments the donations.
In fact, you released a statement in response to Mr. Depp's $100,000 donations to the ACLU and CHLA, didn't you?
I don't recall.
Let's see if we can refresh your recollection. If we could please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 1260.
Uh-oh.
This is an article entitled Amber Heard and Johnny Depp Row Over Divorce Donations. And if I could direct your attention to where it says, I believe it's on the second page, her spokeswoman responded in a statement. The language that follows the statement you released.
Objection, hearsay, spokeswoman, it's not her.
A spokesperson is an exception, Your Honor.
You want to come forward?
What? What the fuck? She's saying that it's not her and saying that it's a spokesperson and it's not actually her, just speaking on behalf of her? The fuck? Spokesperson is she? It's hers, right?
You released a statement
Your Honor, may we approach again?
Okay.
This is what I mean when chatters are being fucking weird. Like, there are chatters in here who are like, dude, stop eating. You're missing Johnny Depp smiling and laughing. That's what I mean. You're being a freak, dude. You're like a weird stand for the Johnny Depp domestic violence case. Calm down, bro. Oh, you're missing the good parts. Oh, I can't wait to put this in the TikTok compilation. It's gonna get 1 million views.
Before we ask the next question, I'll just hand you a copy.
Stop being weird.
This one.
I want to see it before you ask.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. That's exactly what I said.
It's rich people drama. It's entertaining. I mean, there is a degree of entertainment that people are deriving out of this, but just like, don't fucking yell at me when I'm,
Your Honor,
or
would
don't
you
be
like to
fucking
see
weird about
as
it.
well?
No, that's all right. That's fine. Thank you. Could you please turn your microphone on? I'm sorry, Ms. Burhoff.
I'm sorry. Your Honor, they gave me a redacted, but I don't have the unredacted to be able to see the full document.
I plan to admit it, or ask that it be admitted in redacted form. I'm taking away any hearsay, and I'm just trying to lay the foundation that this is a statement she released through a spokesperson.
How would I know whether there's more to it that shouldn't be redacted, Your Honor, if I don't see the full document?
You're just trying to use procedure to stop the flow,
Your Honor,
right?
the witness can testify as to whether this is a full statement or not.
The witness can't do. We have the right to be able to see the document.
All right. Do you have a document that's not redacted?
We can pull
it's
it up on
stupid
our
as
computers.
fuck.
Okay.
Just give us a moment, Your Honor.
All right.
I can represent this is the full statement that's reported.
Okay, give her an opportunity to look at the unredacted one.
Thank you.
Because she was spitting, like she was on a roll. A big part of this process in the cross examination is to catch Amber Heard on the back pedal, or also get her to show emotion other than like sadness or other than like what a victim would show. So basically, what she's doing here is just using procedure. Like Amber's team is using procedure to try to fucking hit a forcible timeout. When your team is like heating the fuck up, basically.
May I approach?
Yes.
They can choose to only admit a portion of the document in lieu of the full unredacted document. This is actually an important objection, even though it's procedural. This is known as best evidence. If they have the full document, they ought to admit it or acknowledge they're only admitting a selective portion for a specific reason. This is not procedural bullshit, although it does help with a timeout. Okay. That was incredible. Thank you. It was so incredible, I literally thought it was going to be a top-of-the-hour ad break segue. Because it's top of the hour every hour when there's a 60-second ad break. And I thought Cappy B was going to use this as an opportunity to hit that.
This?
Yeah, you can get a copy of that later.
Oh, wait, now
okay.
I did that.
Right.
Just kidding.
I think
and if
she
you no
should be
longer want to
giving
see
us
those ads, all you
copies
need
of
to do is
the full-
subscribe.
Well, I understand.
You can do that
We'll
for
take care of
$5
that,
or for
but-
free with a
Okay.
subscribe.
As of right now, can we continue?
Objection.
We can, Your Honor, but I have an objection.
Top of the hour ad break is upon us.
There's some quotation marks missing.
And the
Okay.
only solution to it is a Twitch Prime, which is free. Or you get gifted a sub if you're lucky. Here's the 1 minute ad break now. Thank you, Taiwan Tempest, for the 5 gifted subs. Also, thank you, Communist Kowalski, for the 5 gifted subs as well. Oh, you want to object to the top of the hour ad break? You can't. It's my court. My rules, baby. Can you approach? No, you cannot approach the bench. May not. You're badgering the witness.
All right. So directing your attention, Ms. Hurd, where it says her spokeswoman responded in a statement.
Your
The
Honor-
language that follows.
Your Honor, again, she can't read it. She has to show it
The
to
language
her.
that follows.
Right. If you want to lay a
Is this-
foundation to that. Go ahead.
You released a statement after Mr. Depp donated $100,000 to the ACLU and $100,000 to CHLA. Correct, Ms. Hurd?
I think so, yes.
Okay. And the language that
Good
follows
thing.
is
Good
the
thing they did
statement
that.
you released in response to Mr. Depp's donations, right?
I don't know if this is the official statement. I have no idea.
The statement that starts
Objection,
at
Your Honor.
Amber Heard. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Would you please read that to yourself, Ms. Heard?
Yes.
Did you read all the way to the very bottom where the last word is supported?
Yes.
Okay. That's a statement you released through your spokeswoman after Mr. Depp made the donations to the CHLA and the ACLU. Correct, Ms. Heard?
I do not recall exactly what my statement was. I don't disagree with anything in the statement, but I just simply don't recall what the statement was we released.
Is there anything inaccurate in that statement, Ms. Heard?
No.
Okay. I'm going to move to admit.
Objection, Your Honor, lack of foundation.
No, I'll overrule the objection. 1260 and evidence over objection.
Thank you, Your Honor. Statement reads, Amber Heard appreciates Johnny Depp's novel interest in supporting two of her favorite charities, the ACLU, American Civil Liberties Union for Domestic Violence, and the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. This is great and unexpected news. And it continues. However, if Johnny wishes to change the settlement agreement, we must insist that he honor the full amount by donating $14 million to charity, which, after accounting for his tax deduction, is equal to his $7 million payment obligation to Amber.
By the way, that's an
And it
insane
continues.
thing. the demand. It's like, oh,
we would
yeah.
also insist that the full amount be paid immediately and not drawn out over many years.
ACLU is a nonprofit. It is a
Anything
charity.
less
You're wrong.
would be a transparent attempt by Johnny's counsel, Laura Wasser,
it's insane to be like, you
and
have to
Patty
donate
Glazer,
twice as much
to
because you get
reduce
a
their
tax break out
client's
of
true
it.
payment by half under the guise of newfound concern for charities that he has never previously supported.
It's literally spite, dude. She's literally fucking straight up saying it's spite.
Did I read that correctly?
Yes.
Thank you. After this, you kept commenting about the donation of your divorce settlement, right?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Okay. You spoke about donating your divorce settlement on a Danish TV show, correct?
I believe I said I had. I believe I said I donated it to charity, but it was already printed or already commented on and stated in the press. I had already.
If not, the taxpayer would go for her. That's why.
I think I just confirmed it on that show.
Yeah, but who cares?
You appeared on a show called RTL Late Night, right?
I don't recall what show it was.
If we could please play Plaintiff's Exhibit 346, which is a portion of your appearance on this program. And we would ask that it be moved into evidence and ask for permission to publish it.
No, I know he's reducing his tax burden by paying directly when their agreement was to get it herself.
Your Honor, if we may approach.
She wants the tax. She wants the tax break for herself, but the doubling of the amount is fucking insane, and it's just spite. It's just spite. Like him being like, I want to fucking pay the donations on my own, is certainly gonna have tax benefits, right? It's reducing your liability. It's reducing your tax burden. But it's also fucking ridiculous for her to be like, oh yeah, now you have to pay double. I was at a fancy restaurant yesterday. I think you were eating ortolan. How could you see me, real Joe Bastianich, eating ortolan? Ortolan is an affront to God, and you can't eat it without hiding your face. So clearly, you didn't see me there. You have no proof. Objection. Also, my friend Tim is here. I'm going to cut my hair. What am I going to do with it? Oh, no, I want to keep growing it. It's just that I have, like, split ends. I want to, like, take off the weight a little bit, maybe. Like, make it healthy. Make it, like... What? I mean, come heavy as fuck, bro. I just gotta finish this real quick, but yeah, no, it's heavy, right? Yeah. You want the Anton Chigrin haircut? Yeah, that's not happening. So, do you understand, daughters? That there's animosity on both sides in the situation. But, like, neither side cares about the charity. It's just like two rich people fighting back and forth about, like, duking it out over charities for PR, for tax breaks. Trial? There's no.
So if we could please play and publish to the jury Plaintiff's Exhibit 346.
All right, 346 in evidence.
There allegedly were all kinds of accusations flying your way when you said all this, and then there was a divorce.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Was that a hot mic?
$7 million in total was donated to, I split it between the ACLU and Children's Hospital of Los Angeles.
ACLU is a human rights organization.
Sorry, ACLU is a prominent nonprofit organization in the United States. It's called the American Civil Liberties Union, and they work on behalf of marginalized communities on the ground and in legislative reform.
Right.
And
well, more power to you, because that's something that I've never heard of.
I wanted nothing.
This interview was in October of 2018, right, Ms. Hurd?
I don't recall when it was.
It was in 2018, right, Ms. Hurd?
I don't remember when this was done.
This was after you had received the full $7 million of your divorce settlement from Mr. Depp, wasn't it?
Again, without knowing when it was recorded, I have no idea.
The $7 million divorce settlement was paid to you in full by February of 2018, right?
That's correct.
Let's take a look at Defendant's Exhibit 1458, which is already in
It doesn't matter if you can't recall or not. There's, they filmed it. And it's on TV. You can't lie.
This is the deal point memorandum from your divorce settlement, right, Ms. Hurd?
Yes, that's what it looks like.
And if we go down to the bottom of page 4.
Oh, shit.
There's a heading labeled Equalization Payment. Do you see that?
Yes.
And underneath
She's reading, chat. That's why.
So the first payment is scheduled for August 31st, 2016, and that's $200,000, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
I don't think there were audio issues.
Mr. Depp's accountant, Edward White, testified that he made that payment directly.
You got to turn on your microphone, Ms. Berderhoff. I'm not going to hear you.
Objection to her testifying to what Mr. White testified to.
Okay.
It's he literally testified to it in court.
I'll overrule objection.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Depp's accountant, Edward White, testified that he made the payment directly to the ACLU and CHLA, correct?
I believe so.
What the fuck's going
They were all
on?
made to you, weren't they?
That is correct.
And the final payment of $2.3 million is on February 1st, 2018, right?
The final payment, yes.
And you were here in court when Mr. White testified that the payments were all made on schedule.
I'm going to object to her testifying to what Mr. White testified to.
I'll
It's an
overrule the
improper.
objection. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. And you were here in court when Mr. White testified that the payments were all made on schedule, right?
I don't believe they were. He might have
That's
testified
not my
to
question, Ms. Hurd.
Oh, yeah.
My question was, you were here in
You can use
court
it.
when Mr. White testified under oath
Pelican case.
that all the payments were made on schedule.
that. I was here every day in court. I heard his testimony, yes.
Okay. So back to October of 2018, this was before Mr. Depp sued you for defamation, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
He didn't sue you until after the op-ed came out in December of 2018, right?
He sued me in 2019.
And the op-ed came out in December of
Yes.
2018.
That is correct.
Melon is going to not
So in
be
October
here.
of
He's going to be tuning
2018,
in
you had received your entire $7
later
million divorce
at 6
settlement.
p.m.
You would agree with me.
That is correct.
Okay. And you hadn't yet been sued by Mr. Depp.
This is October, correct.
So in this October 2018 interview, you said that you had, quote, donated, end quote, your entire divorce settlement to charity, right?
That's correct.
And in fact, your exact words were, quote, $7 million in total was donated to, I split it between the ACLU and the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, end quote, right?
That's correct. I made that statement as soon as I got a divorce and we reached the settlement. That's when I pledged it, right then.
And you say this because you, quote, wanted nothing, end quote.
That is correct.
But you hadn't donated your entire $7 million settlement to charity at that point, had you?
That's incorrect.
Sitting here today, Ms. Hurd, you still haven't donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity. Isn't that right?
Incorrect. I pledged the entirety
No,
of the
Ms. Hurd,
settlement, $7
that's
million
not my
to
question.
charity, and I
Ms. Hurd,
intend to
Ms.
fulfill
Hurd,
those obligations.
Ms. Hurd, that's not my question. Please,
What was
try
your
to answer
question?
my question. Sitting here today, you have not donated the $7 million, donated, not pledged, donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity.
I use pledge and donation synonymous with one another. They're
But I
the same
don't.
thing.
Ms. Hurd, I don't
my
use it
God.
synonymously.
That's how donations are paid.
Ms. Hurd, respectfully, that's not my question. As of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the ACLU. Yes or no?
I have not yet.
And as of
God
today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, correct?
I have not yet. Johnny sued me.
So as of today, you have not donated, paid $7 million of your divorce settlement to charity, right?
I have not been able to fulfill those obligations yet.
Yeah.
And that's because you did want something, didn't you?
I didn't want anything, and I didn't get anything.
You wanted Mr. Depp's money.
Yeah, no, I want to keep it going.
Didn't get
I'm
it.
growing
Wasn't
so
interested
I
in
just
it.
want, like, a
I
little
loved
bit of-
Johnny. That's why I was with him.
You wanted praise for donating the money, right?
That's incorrect.
You wanted good press.
In general, one does want good press, yes.
You wanted to seem altruistic publicly.
God damn.
Wasn't my interest. My interest is in my name and clearing my name.
Yeah, just,
And
if you clear
at the
out the
time,
split ends,
I was
maybe,
being
like,
called a
take some of it out,
liar,
I guess.
and
What
my
do you
motives
do?
were being
Never
questioned.
had a-
I did see it as important to clear that up. I wanted to make a statement to make sure that there was not any doubt that I couldn't be labeled these things just because Johnny was a bigger star and had more publicity reach.
You wanted to remind everyone of your claims of domestic violence against Mr. Depp, right?
No, I wanted to move on with my life.
You wanted to make those claims seem believable.
They are believable. They were
You wanted
believable.
them to be seen, you wanted to be seen, excuse me, as a noble victim of domestic violence,
I
didn't
have
you?
never wanted to be seen as a victim. Nor have I
You-
ever called myself one.
You testified under oath that, quote, the entirety of your divorce settlement was donated to charity, end quote, didn't you?
That's correct. I pledged the entirety.
No. Ms. Hurd, my questions. Your counsel will have time to redirect you after. You testified under oath, quote, the entirety of your divorce settlement was donated to charity, end quote.
That is correct. I pledged the entirety.
I'm going to move to strike everything after yes.
All right.
No.
N-
Ms. Hurd,
I
this is
did-
really inappropriate.
I'll sustain the objection, and we'll
What
just
is
move
happening?
forward.
Thank
Let's
you.
move forward. Next
What
question.
the fuck?
Under oath, that statement wasn't true, was it, Ms. Hurd?
I'm sorry, I don't follow your question. Sorry.
You testified under oath, quote, the entirety of my divorce settlement was donated to charity, end quote. That statement wasn't true.
It is true. I pledged the entirety to charity.
She's saying
Statement.
When you say you buy a house, you don't pay for
Ms.
the
Hurd,
entire
Ms.
house
Hurd,
at one time.
respectfully,
You pay it
I'm
over
not
time.
asking, Ms. Hurd.
All right. Next question, please.
Thank you. That statement isn't true today, as you sit here today, is it?
It is true. I pledged the entirety.
But
to
you didn't
charity.
donate it.
Unfortunately,
You didn't donate it. It's a yes or no.
I haven't been able to to fulfill those
So that's a no,
obligations.
right, Ms. Hurd?
I made the pledge. I want to be very clear. I pledged the entirety. I haven't been able to fulfill
Oh
those
my
pledges because
God.
I've been sued.
You
This
had
is
all of the
she's
$7 million
getting dumpstered.
for 13 months before Mr. Depp sued you, and you
She's starting to
chose
get
not to
big.
pay it to the charities you pledged it to. Is that correct, Ms.
I
Hurd?
disagree with your characterization of that.
You're not making it too short, right? No.
Let's look at your sworn testimony from the UK.
Okay, not only does she look bad now, chat, not only does she look bad, but also they're establishing that, like, I mean, not only they're establishing that she lied, right? But more importantly than that, they're making her look really bad because her reaction is like very short.
Miss Vasquez, do you want me to close the shades?
That would be
Okay.
wonderful.
There's this light coming across. And
So I appreciate that.
Has
It's
to be a little
probably
more
good light.
It's not good
Thank you,
light.
Your Honor.
All right.
Lady, you're wrong. I can't get closer to the microphone, you fucking idiots. It's as long as it goes.
This is your third witness statement that you submitted in the UK action, right, Ms. Heard?
Correct.
And this statement was made under oath, true?
That is true.
I'm directing your attention to the last page of that statement. That's your signature, right?
Yes, it is.
So you made this sworn statement on February 26, 2020.
That's correct.
And directing your attention to paragraph 4. It says, quote, I remained financially independent from him the whole time we were together, and the entire amount of my divorce settlement was donated to charity, end quote.
That is correct.
Did I read that correctly?
Yes, you did.
The him you were referring to is Mr. Depp.
That is correct.
Most of the money that was donated to the ACLU and CHLA in your name came from someone else. Isn't that right?
I don't know what you mean by most of.
Well, at least $500,000 that was donated to the ACLU in your name wasn't paid by you, right?
I believe Elon made a donation in my honor on one of the years.
Yeah, and it didn't come out of your $7 million divorce settlement, right?
No, nor did it count towards my pledge.
Yo, Elon Musk in the
And at least
fucking building, dude.
$500,000 that was donated to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles in your name wasn't paid by you either.
Right, those were made at the same time.
And it didn't come out of your $7 million divorce settlement.
Nor did it count to my 3.5 obligation.
Bro, did she
Those
pull a Tinder
$500,000
swindler and
payments
like
came
move on to
from
the
your
next guy to
boyfriend,
pay for
Elon
her
Musk, right?
obligations? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know if he was a new boyfriend at the time.
You got him to pay part of what you promised to these two charities, didn't you?
Incorrect.
Young Ma.
Because you wanted to keep at least some of the $7 million divorce settlement for yourself, right?
You're very wrong about that.
I think this, if Your Honor is
Okay,
fine,
you said
this is a good
this is
stopping
breaking
point.
point. Okay, that's fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll stop here for the evening.
God
Remember
damn
tonight,
it,
do not
dude,
do
what
any
the
outside
fuck?
research and do not discuss the case with anybody. I know these days are a little longer, and I appreciate your patience and
Okay, she was getting real spicy
taking care of
when
everything
she fucking
here.
decided
Please
to
take care of
fuck
yourself
it.
tonight, okay? And we'll see you in the morning
Fuck
at 9
you,
a.m.
Judge. Okay, so she literally fucking went and basically got money from other people to fulfill the dono obligations, so she could just like use the money for herself. Also, you can't say you donated if you just like pledged. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Doesn't that?
All right.
It's like a chatter.
Again,
being
Ms.
like,
Hurd, since
I
you're
donated.
still on the witness stand, please do not discuss your testimony with anybody to include your attorneys, okay? All right, 9 o'clock tomorrow then?
Bro,
All right,
if
we'll
I
see you
was
at 9
if
o'clock.
I was a fucking juror in this trial, I would be discussing it with everybody. Okay, it is impossible not to fucking discuss the details of this trial, dude. Like, I think it's the most insane thing to just be like, oh yeah, please don't discuss the details of the trial. I know you're not supposed to, but goddamn, I would never be able to stop myself. Okay. She donated to the Allegiance. Oh, good one. Like pledge donation. I am shouting, and I want you to hear me. That's the reason why I'm shouting is so you can fucking hear me. You ungrateful shits. Should I not? Should I not? Oh, wait. You can actually hear me perfectly fine, even when I'm not yelling, I think. Oh, my God. I was literally yelling for no reason. Oh, my fucking God, dude. I am so mad right now. What the fuck? Oh, dude, that's bullshit, okay? This entire time, I was just, like, fucking yelling. Tim, I have the worst community on the platform, I think, on the internet in general.
Were they telling you they couldn't hear you?
Yeah, they were fucking like, dude, be louder, be louder, be louder, yell louder, like, we can't hear you. Meanwhile, they just fucking knew they could hear me. They were just fucking trolling these pieces of shit, dude. Straight the fuck up. How are you reading chat? It's on screen, and I got my glasses on. Anyway, you haven't paid attention to this at all, right? Have you?
Yeah, the beginning of it. Not recently. I haven't really.
Yeah. What do you think, What do you think of it so far? I mean, like, because I like hearing the perspective of a person who's just like kind of removed from the underlying political aspect of this.
I mean, with what part? I feel like it's like layered. The whole thing, the whole trial.
It's pretty good. That's a pretty good answer, dude. That's a pretty political answer. I'll tell you that much. Oh wait, hold on. It's gonna be really loud. No. Oh, saved. Okay. Hold on. Let's go to cam 3. Maybe that's better. Yep, that's better. Okay, and I'll get a little bit closer to. Get a bowl cut again? We're not doing that. What are we watching right now? Right now I'm getting a haircut. Tell your barber he's fine as fuck. He's a hairstylist. Okay, he's a hair specialist. This man gives lectures on what to do with hair, okay? He travels the world. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty right.
Look at those clips on his arm, dude. You think that shit's he's not a barber, bro. Go bald? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Never, dude. You have so much hair.
I know, but I mean, part of the reason why I have so much hair now is because like it covers it up well. You know what I mean? It covers my balding.
No, I get you.
Covers my bald ass real well. You know?
Yeah, no, I know.
Does James Marco know you're cheating on him? Dude, like you know Will, right? Have you ever met him? Maybe. So he has a character called James Marco St. Marco. And for back in the day, a couple years back, for 10,000 subs, the first time I went and got a buzz cut, I was like, if I hit 10,000 subs, like I'm gonna get a buzz cut, and we did. And then I went and got a buzz cut from him and his character, and it fucked my hair up for like a year, dude.
Why? Was it really short? Like to the skit?
Yeah, no, it was like straight up, like fucking buzzed all the way down. So now motherfuckers in the chat are like, I can't believe you're not bringing him back, and they want me to do a bowl cut or whatever. Tell me about the Bad Bunny. I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, he originally gave me a bowl cut. You know what? I kind of want to show you.
Who?
Chat, do you have a link for that? A link to Will like cutting my hair and give me a bowl cut?
How long ago was that?
It was literally 2 years ago. I think it was like in the middle of
quarantine.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. One second. I just want to show this to you.
No ego face. So I hear you're getting your hair cut by Will today. What's going on?
It's not Will. It's actually... So Will was worried that he was going to... He was worried that he was going to have a hard time cutting my hair because he's not a professional. So he decided to bring in a professional instead.
Really?
His name is... What's the professional's name? That
No stress. We're just going to clean up.
we put a fucking
Some of
trash
this
bag over it, dude. It's like... Because we didn't have any of the shit. Like...
That's because it's very hot. What are you talking about? This is the pace I've always been using.
Okay, let me show you this. No, there's a line around my...
No. You're drinking.
Yeah, you did! Oh! Fuck me. I mean, it was good.
You hit a zero! You hit a fucking zero!
No, dude, that's just I put it
Look at that racing stripe again.
What have I done?
He actually did.
That's what I looked
It's
like.
like the good old day bowl cut, dude.
Dude, he put a ball over my head. That's how he did it. Bro, it literally... If you look at the back of it, I have what's the fucking... chat, what's the foo name for this? Simple Jack? No. Fuck. Edgar. Yeah, I got the Edgar, dude. Do you know what the Edgar is? You don't know what the Edgar cut is?
No.
Damn, bro, I gotta show that to you real quick as well. How do you not know the Edgar cut, bro? What the fuck? You're a hairstylist. You're literally a hair professional.
What is the Edgar cut? Show me.
Chat. Who has a good Edgar cut video? I can't look it up right now. I just need to click on a link. The color. Oh, here. 1 second. Sorry. I mean, it's on screen. That's true. This is the Edgar cut. All right, nope, not that one. This one.
Oh shit.
That's so clean, dude. That is so fucking clean, dude.
The bottom actually is really clean, but I don't know about that.
Please watch this. Handful of ketamine. Dude, what is wrong with you, dude? I'm like literally looking for a specific thing and you're like, no, watch this like random fucking video I want you to watch instead. The fucking dude, I swear to God, I have the weirdest people in this chat sometimes. I'll be like, oh, here, how to do a fluffy.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Frank the Man, barber and cosmetologist, back at it again with another tutorial. And I'm right here with my man Elvin, and we're going to be doing a fluffy Edgar crop top, French crop, whatever you want to call it. We're going to be doing one today.